For those who were here earlier, we talked about all the ways people are greeting each other. Happy Thanksgiving. Do you have a menorah? I even saw at a bakery behind the counter the owner wearing a sweatshirt which topped all of what we have heard this week. The owner was wearing a sweatshirt which read, and I'm not making this up, Happy Holidays. She told me that she wears another one at Passover time on Pesach, which reads, Miracle of miracles, my matzah balls have risen. Thinking about Thanksgiving, this day after, evokes thoughts about the pilgrims at Plymouth Rock. I even saw some families dress up like the pilgrims. Thanksgiving evokes thoughts about the meaning of gratitude, the importance of freedom. I want to argue tonight, though, that the most significant religious message of Thanksgiving is not a consequence of its history. The primary message is in the turkey. More precisely, what today's supposed to be all about. Leftover turkey. Leftover turkey is a uniquely American phenomenon. Somehow the phrase itself captures the spirit of today after yesterday's great holiday. No longer than it took for you and your family and friends to say Hamotzi, the assembled family and guests demolished the beautiful golden brown bird, surrounded and stuffed by all good things. Today, however, on the day after Thanksgiving, all that is left for most American families is a bony carcass and a few scraps of meat. And the menu for the next week, maybe not for you, but for many people, is likely to be turkey salad, turkey hash, sliced turkey, cold turkey, turkey soup, even ground turkey burgers. Leftover turkey. There is a message in that phrase for all of us, which is deeper than we may realize. It's a lesson that far exceeds its reference to Thanksgiving. Almost always, whatever high points we reach in our lives leave an empty place in our hearts once they have passed. Sorrow follows joy. Night follows day, right? Problems and challenges even tag after happiness. For every turkey we enjoy, the next day is always a remnant of leftover turkey. Most of us here have walked through life with the dearest people we know. And then suddenly the next day, they're taken from us. They vanish from sight, and we're left with lonely memories. One day, we're young and healthy and vigorous. The next day, the scene is the doctor's office, or days or weeks spent in a hospital. We learn to live with aches and pains we never dreamed would be ours. We learn to be patient through illness and hopefully faith to get through whatever we're going through. The real test of a good cook is not what she or he served for Thanksgiving. The real challenge is how well the cook can handle the leftover turkey. It's no trick to please family and friends with a grilled steak or a fresh roasted bird and to throw away the leftovers. All that takes is plenty of money. The ultimate test of the Food Channel chefs is to take the leftovers and to transform them into something appetizing, attractive, tasty. In other words, it's no great skill to enjoy life's Thanksgiving days. Everybody thrills to open presents on Hanukkah or a birthday, to relax on a holiday, or to eat fresh roasted turkey. The test of life is really on the day after, It's not the weekend, but the Wednesday. The true test of character is what we all do with our remaining pieces and how well we live out our lives with the leftovers. It's easy to be bright and cheery, to be up and around, ready for anything when it's going well. You know, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, I think, summed it up well. He was once asked, how could he be a successful president having been paralyzed by polio? And you know what he replied? Quote, "It's not what you lose, but what you have left and what you do with it." That's the message. It's easy to smile and be pleasant when we're surrounded by loving family and friends. What happens, though, when they're not near us? So that's the larger significance of the holiday, where everyone here, whether you're in the 7th grade or 95 years old, each of us, this day after the holiday, this is the day to remember the message, to pick up whatever's left over in our life after all the celebrating is over, and to draw strength from the feast we enjoyed yesterday to take us through the week and year ahead. Every holiday, with its build-up before and its letdown that follows, life is like that. Peaks and valleys, victories and defeats, joys and sorrows, sweetness and bitterness, but much more sweetness than bitterness. So what matters most about this holiday that ended is not its history, but its menu. We learn more from what we eat than from all the stories and proclamations about Thanksgiving. Maybe that's what the old saying means when in search of the truth we often stop and say, let's talk turkey.